Hi, this is Jason from Horrific Nightmares, and welcome back to another Positive Spin. Now, today we're going to be talking about one of the most hated movies ever. This is not horror, this is comedy, and it is Movie 43. Now, as far as the real critics go, and I don't mean that as a slight, I mean that we're not real critics. We just do this on YouTube for fun, as a hobby, most of us. But, critics like Siskel and Ebert or, some of the other ones that have been real popular that work for the television stations, all basically took a big old steaming crap on this movie. And I always wondered why it got such a bad rep. So, when I was looking at what are some of the worst movies ever made, this one, of course, came up. And, yeah, I actually got this and the Blu-ray. And I think they were at the Dollar Tree. So let's put a positive spin on Movie 43. Now, as far as my relationship to this movie goes, I have absolutely none. Joe had seen it before, and he really enjoyed it. And I will say that, okay, we watched two copies. I'll just get that over with now. We watched the theatrical cut of this film, which is 94 minutes, and we watched the director's cut of this film, which is also 94 minutes. And the second time I watched it is basically as good as the first time, although it's a completely different movie, and I'll explain that a little bit later. But it did cheer me up because I did have some dental work done and I was in pain, but I was cracking up. I couldn't help but laugh. Okay, we're going to start with this movie first. This movie 43 first, which is a theatrical cut. Now, I love the fact that this movie is an anthology. The cast is outstanding. I mean, there's everyone and their brother or sister in this film. It just has a plethora of stars. The movie is basically nuts. And I'm not just talking about the first segment. If you've seen it, you understand what I'm talking about. It is so funny. The first time I watched it, I was dying. Second time I watched it, I was dying too. The first two segments are hysterical. I love the superhero segment with Justin Long and I can't remember the guy who played Batman now. Jason Sudeikis, maybe? The movie is so politically incorrect, and for me, it's actually refreshing because I'm sick and tired of everything being canceled and everybody whining and crying about every little thing in society. I'm tired of it. And I'm going to say it, this movie gives absolutely zero fucks, and I love it. The iBabe segment is a perfect tell of society because people in society are stupid. I really honestly think that they are stupid. I remember hearing the tale about the woman from McDonald's who spilled coffee all over herself and then won a $1 million lawsuit because they didn't tell her it was hot. Come on. Really? People don't like this movie because it openly tells them how stupid they are. That I completely agree with, and I find it to be hysterical. The movie is a lot of fun. It seems like a big fuck you to the movie corporation, and I was surprised that they were actually able to get as many stars as they were aboard on this film. The premise is perfect for an anthology, and I will get to the other version in a little bit. The wraparound is so much fun. Now, in this movie, the wraparound is the fact that Dennis Quaid is trying to pitch a film, and it has all these different ideas. The other film is something completely different, although it uses the same segments. But I'll get to, like I said, I'll get to that in a second. It's so perfect. The bloopers are great at the very end. Just when you thought it couldn't get any funnier, the bloopers are just fantastic. Now, like I said, what we decided to do is be thorough and watch the director's cut as well. Now, this seems like a totally different movie because in this one, it has a few teenage kids looking for movie 43 in order to play a prank on his little brother because his little brother played a prank on him. So they're trying to find this mysteriously um, great movie 43 that will make your dick drop off. Something like that they said. But this movie is so funny, and these are the segments in between where they're trying to find movie 43, but they can't. They're going about it trying to use every search engine they can find, and it brings up all these segments. Guys, this movie is absolutely hysterical. I don't know if this works, but I do have a digital copy here if you guys want it. This is for the... Well, this one has both cuts. This one has both cuts. This one only has the theatrical cut. So here it is. If you guys can pause that and get it, just make sure you tell people that you got it so they don't upload a bad digital copy. I definitely recommend this movie if you've never seen it, because I feel like a lot of people haven't seen it, but maybe because it hasn't gotten any good reviews. I don't know. But this movie is hysterically funny, and I absolutely loved it. This is definitely one I'll be watching. It's a good one to watch with friends because, I mean, Joe and I just died laughing. And he had seen it before, and we're still dying laughing. So, and now I've seen it twice. And basically, like I said, all the segments are the same. It's just the wraparounds that are different. So, check this one out. And that's my positive spin on movie 43. Be sure to check out Joe's video to see what he thinks of movie 43. And if you like what you see in here, hit that like button and subscribe. And until next time, peace.